Yeah, hey, you guys started it with the random ass conversation about a freaking you hitting your head. Well, one time us old dudes were out and we saw an old car and it reminded us of our parents.
We were talking about another convention.
That's hurtful. That's hurtful.
Y'all both great.
Was a cool ass car. But so you as young Michael though, it was pretty intense. I mean, you beating the shit out of that kid. One thing that I really liked about the movie was that it actually gave the look into Michael's childhood, and the music was awesome.
Right.
I mean, it was for us old dudes. It was good to hear.
Sent you down memory lane, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like back in my day, Sonny. But how was it like kind of prepping for that? Because you were how old when you did that?
I was 11. I didn't even know too much about like Halloween or Michael Myers at that time. I just knew the character type, and what I had to do. And Rob thought I was the guy to do it. So, it was really, really fun working with Rob. He's like one of my favorite type of directors, like his style of directing. The only other person that I've met with this exact style of directing, Sam Levinson, Euphoria director. Little flex right there for y'all. But super great director, and it's not every day you get paid to kill people and you don't have to live with killing anybody, so that's like badass therapy almost,
Were you a horror fan before, or no?
I like vampires. But other than that, the scary stuff kind of scared me. The reason my hair is long is because I saw Interview with a Vampire when I was 4, and I was like, all right, yeah, bet. And then it just kind of stuck. But yeah, vampires. I fuck with vampires. Definitely gonna be in a vampire movie here shortly.
And how about you, Tyler? Were you a Michael fan before? Were you a horror fan?
I'd seen them, and I started diving deep into it and just realized how big the franchise was when Rob called me and goes, "Hey, I'm doing this movie. If you don't do it, I'm not going to do it." And it was just amazing to see that there were so many different versions of Michael. I mean, like, this is the franchise that you can see so many different Michaels, and I think ours stands out from the other ones because it is telling the backstory of young Michael and how he's a product of his environment, and turning Michael Myers from a one-dimensional character into a three-dimensional character. And then, once Daeg is done and he sends me on the loose, we just terrorize everybody,
It's Daeg, right?
It's whatever I want to call you.
It's been
Daeg.
so long. Daeg, is insane. Thanks, Kai.
You're welcome.
Taylor. This is my best friend Taylor right here, guys.
Hey, it doesn't matter. it doesn't bother me, Daeg, because
Sweet.
I've got an ex-wife, and I've been called a lot worse.
Okay.
There we go.
We actually really love each other.
Yeah, no, it's a love-hate relationship. I feel like it's brotherly love. I've told people that it's like,
I know.
we give each other shit, but I'd hope you got my back and I got your back. You feel me?
I've known.
It's like leg, egg, Daeg.
Daeg. For so
Fucking
long.
Canadians.
Let's blame it on the Canadian. No, I mean, like, you and Scout, both. I've seen you guys, watched you guys grow up, and to be young adults, and it's just fantastic. And I even, had the opportunity to marry Scout way back when. That was what? She's been married.
Aren't you a little old for her?
I got ordained and married her. Idiot.
So anyway, Halloween. Yeah, Halloween.
Sometimes the younger you can be a pain in the ass to the older you know what I mean?
It's one of those, if you could go back in time and smack the shit out of the younger you, something tells me you would do it.
I'm telling you.
Kids, God.
I'll post that video on Instagram that I took of you getting into the hotel.
We're arriving here on Friday, and this stupid ass video comes up in my thing, and it's Daeg here sending me a video of me getting out of my car, my ride here, and he's saying something about me being an old man or something. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, he takes a picture with his driver, dude, and I'm like, good
He
boy.
asked-
I said,
he
good boy,
asked-
take a picture with your driver, and then I'm like, go to your room, good boy, and he goes in the hotel. It's fire.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's open this up for questions from people here. I'm sure you got this is a Q&A, right? But,
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys got any questions, please ask them.
Do we have somebody that can go around with a mic? No? All right, well, stand up, come on up. I'm gonna hand you mine, and
This question's for Daeg. So you were so young when you played that role. What was your thought process? It seemed like it would have been a little traumatizing because of how violent it was. But what was your thought process at that age?
Like I said, it was really fun. The deeper parts of it, I did take some life experience of I got bullied a lot when I was a kid, so I kind of flipped the script with that. But other than that, like I said, it was fun. I love acting. I've been acting since I could speak because I wanted to, church plays. I think one of my first things I did, I was one of the three wise men, dude with the myrrh, But no, it's like what makes it really scary is the editing and the music and all of that stuff. Because other than that, we're just a bunch of art nerds having fun doing stuff, There was one part where I was scared because I was in a house by myself and it was dark.
Although I do remember meeting you that day in, what was it, Griffiths Park or whatever, where you beat the hell out of the kid with the, yeah. I think it was the first day that I met you, right? And he's swinging this log on this kid. I'm like, oh shit, way to go, young Mikey. Beat the hell out of him.
Fun fact.
So he set the bar. He set the bar with that one. So that's why it's all crazy.
This is something I've actually thought about. And I don't know if you've ever talked to Rob about this, but I killed Junie from Spy Kids. You killed Junie's uncle. I have a theory that Rob either loves or hates the movie Spy Kids.
That's a good theory, I guess.
Right?
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be. I never thought of that, but yeah.
And I've had people say recently that you killing Danny was probably the most heartbreaking scene in those movies.
Everybody, shut up. Here's the thing. Everybody says, oh, why'd you kill Danny? He was so good to you. Okay, if I didn't kill Danny, would he have let me out of the asylum? Hell no. Hey, thank you. Say that a little louder for everybody. Hell no. And then there would be no movie. Okay, so we had to kill him.
Also, did Danny free Michael Myers at any point? No. If he did that, then he might have lived. But, he kept him locked up with everyone else, so everyone got to die.
Exactly. And I let him watch TV close up.
Right down here.
This is for Tyler. So when you were working out the mannerisms and the things that you were gonna do for playing Michael, did you and Rob work together? Do you remember any details that he might have given you as far as playing the character, or was it kind of just up to you since you're in a mask and obviously you're just embodying this other character?
Yeah, no, it was pretty much all up to me. I did my research and I watched the other ones to see what they did, and I wanted to kick it up a notch. So, but I tell you, when you put on those coveralls, and then Wayne Toth hands you the mask, and you slide the mask on, and the prop guy hands you the knife, you're like, oh fuck, here we go. It's time to terrorize people. And that's what I did, It was, but Rob he's great because he'd let you do your thing, and he'd get so into it, sometimes he'd forget to yell cut, because he was so into it, because he's an entertainer himself, and he realizes, let them do their thing, because sometimes that's when the best stuff comes out, Yeah.
So you were probably the most physical Michael Myers. I would say, looking back on all of the movies.
I'd have to say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, roles that you did before or even previous careers, did that prepare you for the physicality that you?
Yeah, of course, I spent 11 and a half years as a pro wrestler in that, and in all the other films I have played, believe it or not, I didn't play the love interest, so, you know, I spent quite a bit of time killing people and terrorizing them, so it was kind of great to take it to the next level, you know?
You, as a pro wrestler, you wrestled against Andre the Giant in one of his last matches, right?
I did, yeah. In the Tokyo Dome in 1993, before some of you were even born.
Yeah, I wasn't born, but is there footage of that?
Yeah, it's up on the internet somewhere. Yeah, you can
All right, I'll look that up. That's
Check it
cool.
out. Check it out. I'm the toothpick in there. Andre's the big one.
We got one on there.
But it was so funny because Andre asked. We were doing a tag team tournament, and Andre asked if he could pin me, and I said, hell yeah, you know. But the moral of the story is be careful what you ask for, because when he landed on me, he was like, I don't know, close to 500 some odd pounds, and I'm like, oh shit, get off me. He goes, just a minute, boss, just a minute, we got a 3 count. But he was such a sweet guy to wrestle, and I'm glad that I had that opportunity.
That was when he was older and he wasn't like moving around as well, but he was still.
But he died when he was like 43 or something, so it wasn't like he was that old.
Yeah, it wasn't like
you know?
70 or anything.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, he was. I mean, just curse of his body.
Yeah, he had it tough.